Hello all, Snooty here. How are you doing? So I'd just like to speak about a few things today in the stream. About future plans for the next 1,000 days. Because today I'm going to be hitting the 3,000 day mark. Currently on 2,999 days. And I'll be going through a list of things that I'm planning on doing. I've got a list of at least 20 things to do. I'll be hopefully achieving these things in the next 1,000 days. So I'll show you where the plaque will go. So just in here with all the other achievement dates. From when the world started, when 100 days was hit, and so on, and when the End Dragon was defeated, all the way to the first 1,000 day milestone, which was achieved on this date. The 2,000 day milestone was achieved on this date. So today we'll be placing a sign right here to celebrate hitting 3,000 days. And for me, that's a real big achievement. I'm so happy with that. I didn't think I would ever get this far, and I've done it legitimately. So we'll just wait for the day counter to tick over. I think the sun is starting to set on the last day. Amazing. I'm also going to talk about what my plans are for streaming. I've worked out that over the last week or so, with my work commitments, it's been really difficult to be able to stream every day at 7:30. So I'm going to make a little adjustment to that. And I will explain what that little adjustment is. Just to watch the sunset. Always nice and peaceful. And there's a moon. Almost an amazing achievement. I think we'll sleep in here before the day starts. Hello, Charles. I thought it would be a good idea to have a phantom as a pet in the house. I'm actually starting to regret this decision. Because he is so loud. Oh god, and I just looked at both of the Endermen. Did I really? Oh dear. They're going to be really annoying until they stop aggroing. Okay. Let's get out of here so we don't hear this annoying noise. Let's go to sleep. How on earth did I just miss that? I think we'll just land on it for now. Oh dear. There we go. 3,000 days. And an amazing sunset. The shaders do look absolutely amazing, don't they? Let's go and update the plaque, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what I have planned for the next 1,000 days if I survive that long. Hopefully I will. We'll see what happens though. Those Endermans are just going to ruin this moment, really, aren't they? With all that noise. Okay, so 3,000 days, and today's date being the 31st of the 5th, 2024. There you go, there's our achievement. So this now officially puts us heading towards 4,000 days survived, if I can make it that far. I hope I do. This has been a really enjoyable journey up to this point. So let me get some rockets, and I'm going to go through a list of things that I still have outstanding to complete and new adventures that I would like to do. So the first thing on my list is the annoying automatic storage. So this still needs to be completed. Just got to basically run all the filler all the way around and then take off each of these, three of each of these items and set them as the stacks in order to be able to put everything in this input chest up here, which will then automatically store everything. The hoppers go all the way around to the top until they get to this point, and then there's a chain of hoppers which drops down and then feeds these, and then it goes all the way back and all the way around here to the output chest. So I'm going to try and finish this. Number 2 on my list is to try and see if I can achieve some more progress with the 100,000 blocks in a straight line. As we saw the other day on stream, I'm at, what, 7,000 blocks, I believe. So still a long way to go yet. But I'll try and see how much I can get done of that over the course of this next 1,000 days. And in tandem with the 100,000 blocks, I will be needing to extend the ice highway. Better make sure I don't fly into there. See, I almost forgot. I almost flew into the glass panes. Just as a little side note, I think that where I've marked out this chunk, I think this might be a slime chunk, so I will investigate it in the future to see if that is the case. So I'm just going to take a little fly out to the first house, which was set 1,000 blocks out. Here it is. So this is basically the same house that underneath us is on the 100,000 block mine. If you go all the way down here, this is the 1,000 block target. So it's from here to where we were standing next to that sign is 1,000 blocks. And the plan will be is that when I get to 10,000 blocks in this direction, I will build another similar house, connect it via a nether portal, which will take us onto nether roof, and then this will then lead onto the ice highway. So 100,000 blocks plus the ice highway are kind of joint projects. The more progress I make on one, I also make progress on the other one. So there you go, that is that. Let me just fly back to the base. See, I think with a bit of luck, this might be a slime chunk. I have seen slimes bouncing around this area. There's more chance of slime chunks appearing in swamps, is there? I'm not too sure of that information. Perhaps maybe someone could tell me if that was true or false. That would be really useful. So anyway, number 4 on my list. Number 4 will be to finish the warped forest. So, as you see, when I took a journey out to the bastion, this tunnel leads to a warped forest, and what I would like to do is just to finish it, make it nice and neat at the end, try and see if I can tidy it up. Continue to spawn proof, because at the moment, as you can see, it's just literally wilderness out here. I'd like to try and see if I can maybe extend it just all the way to the end here to open up into a nice door of some description leading out into this warped forest. So that brings me on to number 5 on my list. And that is to explore a woodland mansion. I've not actually been in one of those yet. I have just peered through the window once. LOL. I do actually know where one of these is. But this will be a first for me, stepping foot into this. I'll show you where it is. It's in this direction. If I have difficulty finding it, I will just very quickly load up the photo that I took. Oh, there's a fire happening down there. Here we go. One Woodland Mansion. Undisturbed. Lots of enemies all around. Never been in here before, so this will be a challenge for me as well. I've got no idea what to expect in any of these rooms. Should hopefully be fun. And I know that these are reasonably dangerous. That sounded really close. The heck? Why do you sound so close? Oh, there's one. So yeah, there you go. That's number 5 on my list of things to do in the next 1,000 days. So I'm new to that as well. Does look really cool inside there, actually. Right, let's head back and then I'll tell you what number 6 is. So number 6 on my list is to revisit the revisiting of the Treasure Bastion to try and find Pigstep that I still haven't been able to find, and the last time I tried to do this I failed. So hopefully next time I try it in this next 1,000 days I'll be a little bit more prepared, and fingers crossed I'll be able to find it and add it to the collection. This is what I currently have, CDs or discs, if you'd like to call them that. So I'm going to find out how many there are to collect, and so far I've got 12. So that'll be nice to add that to the collection. Right, number 7 on my list of things that I need to finish or complete is to finish the iron farm. And the iron farm is just over there. As I'm getting involved with each of the farms that are built in the next 1,000 days, I will be crediting those whose tutorials that I followed. But just for now, I'll just walk over to the iron farm just so you can see what the part is that I need to finish. There's a hole there, right, I need to sort that out. So there's 6 villagers in each of these little pods. They need to be cured and infected 5 times for you to be able to get the maximum discounts. So every trade is for 1 emerald. And I've done that with this side. Over here is another side that I've done it with so far for the max discount. At the moment, I'm currently in the process of doing it over here, and I just haven't finished it yet. There you go, they're all in there. All I literally need to do is infect them and cure them 4 or 5 times and then get maximum discounts. But the problem is that it's so tedious to do this. There's 9 golem over there, be careful. And the same here as well. Basically, all the villagers need to be caught, and then the curing and infecting process needs to be done. Hello, Piggy. So as you can see, got a few bits and pieces already together. Obviously, I'm going to need more splash potions of weakness, and these are the job blocks for the ones that are in the cobblestone. As I said, it's just such a tedious to do. It's just so tedious. I know you can make like infecting and curing farms, but maybe I might try and take a look at them one day, but for now this works. When I do eventually speak with you about this is a really nice farm. It's basically a particular design, and then I've added my own little bit onto it, which is basically these trading areas. So number 8, as I've already said when I flew past, is to explore the slime chunk, which is just over here. To number 1, find out if it is even a slime chunk. I'm sure it is. I've seen slimes in this area. Hopefully this was the chunk that they came out of, and then try and see what I can do with that. So number 9 on the list. So number 9 on the list is to visit a jungle temple. I know that there's a jungle temple at least 10,000 blocks in this direction. Let me empty my fist. I know that there's a jungle temple at least 10,000 blocks in this direction. So that would be nice just to go and see that and have a proper look round. I'm sure I've been in one in the past, but it will be nice just to double check that I have. And also, I don't think in this world I have actually discovered a desert temple. So that will be something that will be nice to just go and have a good look around in if I can find one of those. I actually don't know the location of one of them, so that will be good. So that's another 2 things to go and visit. So the next one I've got on my list is to revisit the Ocean Monument. Now, I'm going to tick that off, and the reason why I'm going to tick that off is because I've already built a farm on top of an Ocean Monument, so I'd say I've probably revisited it. So I don't think I'm going to do that, to be honest. So number 11 that I have on my list is that in this mine shaft, on the 100,000 block challenge, there is actually 3 spawners that are along that mine, and that would just be fun to try and see if I could do a little something with them, even if it was just to turn them into a little something. Might just be a little fun side project, but we'll see. And that leads us nicely on to number 12, which is to find an ancient city. So I know where a deep dark is. All I need to do is try and work out where the ancient city is. And then when I drop down into the ancient city, I can't imagine how you're supposed to deal with that. So that will be completely new to me. And all I know is I hope that I'm not going to get killed by a warden, because that would be probably quite entertaining. But on the other hand, that would be such a shame. But nevertheless, I'm still going to go and find an ancient city. It would be nice to explore. So, number 13 is, if my son ever comes to visit me in this world again, I will work with him and try and see if we can upgrade his armor to netherite as just yet another little side quest. Will be nice for him at the moment. We'll see if he maybe comes on one time in this 1,000 days. Maybe either on the stream or not on the stream, but should be fun. But we'll see if we can work towards getting him netherite armor. So I had number 14 and number 15, which was on my list, which was to move the sheep farm. So the original sheep farm was just over here. As you can see, it's since been stripped down, stripped away. There is a chest with a few bits and pieces still in it, but this is basically where it used to be until I moved it. And I actually took time to transfer all the sheep, apart from the odd few that managed to escape, like this one over here, back to the complex. It wasn't a too far journey, but there was a few little escapees. And I rehomed the sheep farm just here next to the farm. Which is just here. And this was a basic mutton and wool farm. Using game mechanics. And those game mechanics were entity cramming. So pressing this red button brings them up, and you would feed them. And then when there's 23 or 24 in there, every new one that's born kills off an old one. And then pops them into this chest down here. Basically, just a whole load of hoppers going into this one chest. And next to this, at the time, I built these two sheep farms. So again, as I go a little bit more into depth and using these farms, I will be crediting those whose tutorials I followed. Every single one works so well. As you can see, all the coloured wools. And then in this one, you've got your light greys, your whites, your blacks, and your grey wools. They work absolutely amazing. Okay, so number 16 that I have on my list is to finish the portal farm, which is a zombie pigman farm, using the small chance that zombie pigmen can spawn in a nether portal. And there you go. As you can see, they chase for the turtle egg. And then they get swept down into the kill chamber. And you can have up to 22 portals on each side. And so I have still another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't remember if that is actually 1 as well. So 5/6 portals on this side, more to add, which means another 5 or 6 portals on that side. And I've also got another 5 or 6 portals to add on this side to bring this up to 22. I think 22 is the maximum amount of where a zombie pigman can see a turtle egg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. There you go. So yeah, 5 portals on each side will bring this up to the maximum. And they're so noisy, as you can hear. This one really does make such a noise, to be honest. And again, I'll go through who gave me the inspiration to build this. This is kind of a tutorial followed to then find out that actually what I was trying to achieve doesn't actually work in Java. So I put a little bit of my own spin on it. But works really well. And again, as we get into this, I'll be talking about whose tutorial I followed. And I'll also be showing you this little contraption here. Oh, so noisy. You need some ear defenders here, I think. This is basically a device that lights the portal and then breaks the portal. And back in old versions of, I believe, Java, and I believe that this potentially still works in Bedrock, when you break a portal and light a portal really quickly, every single time that happens, you spawn a zombie pigman. And that is how some of the farms work here. But this is just the chances of a zombie pigman spawning in a nether portal. So when there's 22 portals on this side and 22 portals on the other side, that means there's 44 portals in total. And that is what produces the pigmen. So I kind of use this as a little bit of a way in which I can fix my elytra and fix my tools. I'll demonstrate to you very quickly. So as you can see, the elytra is a little bit broken. Oh, this is going to be so noisy. There you go. They're all angry with me. As you can see, when you pick up the XP, you get your elytra repaired. I think we'll leave it there just for now. They're so noisy there, honestly. God. Just as a little bit of a side note as well, I think that under here, I think there's either a slime chunk in this block space, in this chunk, or one in this chunk. So there's two potential slime chunks here, because I did dig underground here once, and I did find like a cave, and I'm sure that I saw some slimes down there, but we'll look again one day. Right, so that's the portal farm. So number 17 on the list, which is, I've got a question mark next to it, which is to move the skulk farm. And the skulk farm is just over here, outside of the perimeter. And it would be kind of nice to maybe move it into the actual perimeter. This really wouldn't be much work at all, really, to be honest, just to move this. Question would be, where would it go? But then the thing is that if I do move it onto the inside, the problem is that you then can't attract zombies to come in so that you can kill them here, and then the skulk can build up. So I really don't quite know what to do with that yet. I'm going to have a little think about it. So I got number 18 on my list, which was to add one more wool farm, but I've already done that, so I have actually already ticked that off. So this brings us nicely up to number 19 on my list, which is to finish the frog light wall. This is another project that's on my list. Would be nice to complete it and to have these frog lights all the way around the 300 by 300 perimeter. So this is something else that I'd like to achieve in the next 1,000 days. And last but not least on my list for now is to finish the Ocean Monument fish tank. I feel like this is quite a big project, to be honest. I think this is going to take a long time. Got to finish all the sand on the inside. Got to turn it into like a fish tank to resemble one. Finish all the glass around the edges. I've then got to put a top on it. Maybe make some kind of a lid. I've then got to fill the whole thing with water. And also fill all the inside of the Ocean Monument in with water after I've actually finished building the inside of the Ocean Monument. And then one more little bit of a fun thing to do with this when it's finished. I thought it might be quite funny to see if I could make a railway system from here all the way to the Guardian farm try and see if I could capture some guardians and send them back to here via a minecart, and see if I could maybe populate this with some guardians. And to be able to do that, I guess I'm going to need name tags to stop them from despawning. So yeah, this is actually quite a big project still ahead. All these mobs obviously won't be on here in the future when this whole area is full of water. But for now, I'm not going to worry about lighting this area up or anything, because it can be quite fun to have a few hostile mobs running around, just to add a little bit of fun while I'm trying to build this. We might have a few close calls. That wasn't actually quite what I had in mind. I thought I was going to knock him off. Oh dear. So yeah, there you go. So we've just hit 3,000 days. We've updated the plaque. I've got at least 16 things on my list that I'd like to try and work on in this next 1,000 days, and that's not including anything else I haven't thought of. So I'm looking forward to continuing this journey, and I will continue to stream, and I hope those who will watch me will hopefully enjoy what I'm doing. And as I've said before, please feel free to leave a comment. It would be nice to read them. So I think we'll probably leave it at that, to be honest. Just to say once again that moving forward from now, I think that I will stream Monday to Friday from 7:30 PM with work permitting, because sometimes I get home quite late from my job and it's a bit difficult to get everything set up and working in time. So I feel like this would take the pressure off a little bit, really. So I hope that you all understand, and I'm looking forward to starting this next 1,000 days. So thank you all very much, and I will see you all later. Take it easy. Bye.